Sports to the bone family. greetings, my people. Yes, man. Another live show, another live show. We have had quite a few things happening since we had our last live, but luckily I have a little bit of time here on hand, so I am hoping we can spend some time to talk a little bit on how our T20 World Cup campaign is going so far. I mean, this live, I didn't really advertise it that much. So I know that my regular viewers will probably be saying, how is it that I'm going live and I didn't advertise it? But that's just how the thing is, my people, being spontaneous. But hope everybody is doing okay. Hope you're all enjoying this beautiful Sunday. Hope everybody is well. And we are ready to talk some cricket for a little period of time. So we're just going to dive straight into it, not going to waste any time. So far, we already have, 2 games out the way. We already have 2 games out the way and 2 more to go, right? We won against Papua New Guinea. Wasn't as convincing as we would have liked. And then last night, we were able to secure victory against Uganda. That one was a comprehensive victory. Our net run rate is also looking good. So I'm going to spend about the next hour or so on live, give you all an opportunity to come on and voice your opinions. I will be reading your comments and I will be sharing my opinions as per usual. Quite a few things to talk about. Earlier today, we had India and Pakistan doing battle. That was a game that was highly anticipated, highly built. Turned out that it was a low-scoring encounter. Don't know if you all heard my little recap I did a little while ago. India getting 100, I think it was 119, and Pakistan getting 113. So it was a low-scoring game, right? So that right there. In our group, we see where Afghanistan, they are the high flyers. They are my dark horse for this tournament. I am looking forward to seeing them, doing great things. They don't have a long batting lineup. It's usually Gurbaz and Zadran that gets most of the runs, but they have quite a few talented players there. Anyways, that is their business. On to our business. I am ready to take some comments about our team. So, you can send in your comments and thing. Remember to like up the live as soon as you're on. Like up the live. Greenwich says, I am still big worried about the batting. All right, I think he's saying I'm still big worried about the batting. Yeah, we haven't clicked as how I would have liked. You understand? Hopefully in the next 2 games, we will see some of the guys coming through the way how we want. You understand? I mean, it's a case where I don't want to blame the pitches, but not a lot of the top batsmen. I haven't seen a lot of batsmen going out there and dominating in the 2 games just yet. Well, whether 1 or 2 games that they have played, I haven't seen a lot of guys dominating. Having said that, I hope that as we continue, the top 5 or so will click. Sports to the bone, big up. I could care less who bat or bowl us to victory, as long as we win. Right? What I'm upset about is Bravo and Pollard representing other team in coaching, etc. Unnecessary can't be money. And that is where I differ from you, right? You have been listening for a while now, so you know my views on that. So I will just take your opinion. So we should have made 200. All right. What do you say? With the start, we should have made 200. Yeah, I was looking for 200, but in all honesty, the Uganda bowlers, they bowled extremely well in the last 6-7 overs or so. They bowled well. Quite a few dot ball, not even dot balls, quite a few Yorkers. They executed quite a few Yorkers. You understand? I'm not gonna say that we shouldn't we were not able. I'm not gonna say that it was impossible for us to have found a way to score, but I have to give them their props, man. They bought some good ball, man. Before the first India game, I bet that Sharma would make runs. Minutes before the match, I retracted my bet and said Kohli would make runs instead. Before the Pakistan match, I bet on him again, crying. Well, it's a good thing I am not a betting man, so I am not really losing much. Sports in the Bone, when do we involve Shea Hope? So the thing with Shea Hope is you don't want to. I mean, he's good and we have him there, but you don't just want to include him because you just want to say he's there and he's playing, right? The position that he's expected to play in, you would have to wait. You would have to think that a man will have to fail a couple of times, right? He can either open or bat at number 4. Chase didn't bat in the second game. Chase played well in the first game, so obviously he's going to stay. Johnson Charles got off to a good start last night, top score. I personally was thinking that I don't know how I would do it, but I would have to get Shea Hope to face Afghanistan. I am thinking Afghanistan will give us probably maybe not 16, but quite a few overs of spin. So I would bring him in at some point. I don't think it's far-fetched to see Hetmeyer coming in for Rutherford either. You understand? I mean, we have won both games, so they usually say if it's not broken, don't fix it. But I have always said that I think that he can make a winning team better. I always say that I think he can make a winning team better. So yeah, if we're planning for Afghanistan, probably that's something that's a way that we can include him. I think batting will click Wednesday on a proper pitch. All right, says Jerry. Uganda just bowled well. Our batsmen played responsibly. Yeah, the back end was tough to bat. We can't look at the name, man. Watching the game. Oh my goodness, watching the game, the Uganda bowlers, they bowled well. Random question for you. I think England will qualify for the Super 8. How many games have they played? I know they lost to Australia. Is that their first game or they lost I don't know how many games have they played already? And I have to know what's happening in their group. I can't just say it outright like that, and I have to know what's happening in their group. Pakistan throw away their wickets. Yeah, I was watching the Pakistan game and I was sitting right here with a friend and we were watching the game and I was saying, boy, Pakistan should be able to take this one across the line, but tough. I know your view on it, but do you think Bravo want Afghanistan to beat West Indies? Of course. What do you mean? The man is working. So let me ask you a question. When Courtney Walsh left and was coaching overseas, if his team came up against West Indies, do you think that Courtney Walsh would want his team to win? Phil Simmons coaching overseas, come up against West Indies in a World Cup game. Do you think, as a coach, you're going to want your team to lose? No, man, you're going to want your team to win. I can't even use myself as a personal example. I leave Jamaica and I am over here teaching and coaching. If the opportunity come for me to take they call it soccer, a football team to Jamaica. You think because I am from Jamaica, I go want the Jamaica team to win? I am coaching. Of course I want to win. What do you mean? What do you mean if Bravo want Afghanistan to? Well, maybe they are patriotic more than I am. Maybe I am trying to be too practical. So who knows? Sports in the Bone. Will you feel there? Sports in the Bone. Will you feel there will be any changes soon? I would like to see Hope and Hetmeyer get a knock out there against New Zealand. Probably we will see. Maybe we'll see them against Afghanistan. As I don't know if they're going to rotate all 2 players at once, seeing that we have won all 2 games. But let us see. I think at some point they will play a role though. In your last video, you are right. Some people in your comments are just biased with Akil and Moti. Yeah, they need to stop the foolishness, Clint. And I call it foolishness because I can see it like that. but probably the guys that are doing it, they just cannot see what they are doing that is crap. Um, and sometimes people wonder why is it that I answer all the comments or I remove certain comments. It's not that I'm trying to channel people out how to think, but I am trying to foster a sensible environment. So even though I leave my comment section open for opinions, I'm trying to foster a environment where people can reason sensibly, right? There are some pages on Facebook that dedicated to cricket. People can go out and play with them foolishness, right? So yeah, that's it. Sometimes people might email, text me on Instagram and say I don't need to reply to certain things, but I have to let newcomers understand that opinions, we love opinions, and that is why the comment section is always open. But we don't really tolerate the foolishness over here. Pakistan throw away the match today, says Gamer. Good night, Sports and Bone. Keep up the good commentary on this Cricket World Cup. Well, I don't even know if I can call what I am doing good commentary now, Carlos, because it so happened that I am unable to really do the watch-alongs, right? With some of the games being mornings and some of them being late in the evenings. It's difficult to really get the watch-alongs as how I would would have liked. But I will see how much I can do the recaps. Appreciated. The World Cup really begins when we play New Zealand. I'm happy for the momentum, but concerned about the lack of batting, bowling partnerships. I would say that I'm concerned too, but I haven't. Looking at the other games, I don't see a lot of teams. Well, I see Australia. I think their openers put on 70. I think it was England, their openers put on 70 also. Then we saw Gerbers and Zajan put on over 100. So, I mean, it's probably time for us to round into shape, yes. But let us see. Let us see. Some of those bowlers' action looked a little pelty to me. I think one of them I was saying to my friend that while we're watching it that probably, I don't know if it was because it was slow motion. One of them looked a little bit, funny. But I mean, they executed some good Yakas. One got washed out against. Oh yeah. The first one got washed out. I don't know how the group is looking. Then probably further down I can look at it, but probably sticky on them. West Indies World Cup no, says Steve. 2 game, 1 washout. Okay. Okay. The Ugandan bowlers. Yeah, I know that you're talking about them. Well, when on Wednesday, I think maybe they can change up the line up, bring in Hope and Hetty. So if we bring in Hope, if we bring in Hetty, I am assuming it would be for Rutherford. Who will we bring in Hope for? What do you all think? I suspect in the Afghanistan match, Hope will play when this emphatic win. Hope will play with this emphatic win. Did we get any extra point? What does it mean for West Indies? So no extra point, but the run rate, our net run rate is good now. So I think it's like plus 3 points something. So if it so happens that all the teams, we have 3 teams going through and 3 teams finishing at the same points. Don't know if that will happen, but if we have 3 teams finishing on the same points, then net run rate will be the thing that will push one team above the next. Now, Lennox, Antigua was hot and good action. Pitch played well and crowd was pleased with the match. We had about 3,000 people there and then after party. Oh, you mean, Mr. Lover? If West Indies win the toss, they should bat first. West Indies will win the World Cup, says Steve. When West Indies when Wendy's win on Wednesday, I think they can change up things, bring in Hope and Hetty. All right, so Clint is letting us know that we will win. All right, the inclement weather, dodgy pitches, and big performances by associate has made this World Cup more interesting than many have seen in the past. That is true. I mean, my biggest thing about the pitch, Carlos, is the fact that a lot of the batsmen, they are coming from the IPL and they were scoring a lot of 220, 230 as a team. Now, all of a sudden, they are scoring 119, 120 You understand? 130, and they have to look to go and defend those. So I think it's a good challenge for the batsmen. Probably not as entertaining as some people would like, because as we know, the T20 cricket is mostly about the batting. But the bowlers, I think they're happier. They're happy about it. You understand? With the associate teams performing well, that is definitely making things interesting. Um, a lot of these guys from the associate teams, they are playing a lot of franchise cricket, and then especially US team, quite a few of those continent guys, they played in their youthful days. Even though they have other jobs here now, they still have good quality. So they are doing good. As we know, Netherlands, they usually try a thing. We see how Papua New Guinea and Uganda doing, especially with the bowling. The team is okay for now, says Clifford. All right, both King and Powell gave away their hand in both matches. Hope that they have learned their lesson. All right. Azari 3 overs, 0 maiden, 6 runs, 2 wickets. Yep. The team is good. Everyone has performed. It's a team, says Steve. All right. South Africa versus Bangladesh tomorrow, please. God. All right. South Africa versus Bangladesh. All right. Do you think that West Indies would bring in Hope? No. I gave my opinion on this already. I would bring in Shea Hope when we go up against Afghanistan. You understand? But my thing is that I was planning to bring him in for Charles, but Charles, he got a score, so it's going to be a little bit rough to rotate him out like that. You understand? So we might have to look elsewhere. We might have to look elsewhere to get him in. Sports to the bone. I don't think we will see McCoy or Shamar Joseph in the tournament because the bowlers are bowling well. I guess we might see them against England or South Africa. Do you have any ODI or T20? Do you have, and I'm not sure if I understand what you mean if I have ODI or T20. But my thing is this, if we find a bowling unit and the bowling unit is operating well throughout the tournament, I don't have any say if they don't come in, right? Shamar Joseph, I know, based on his hunger and his talent, he will always be playing. He will always come back after this. You understand? When it comes on to tournaments, you want to make sure that you're not messing things up too much. You understand? You want to make sure that you're trying to keep things tightly together, especially your bowling unit. T20, where bowlers can get hammered like that, you don't want to mix it. You don't want to go in the second round and bring in a man just because you want to bring him in. You understand, Sports to the bone. Have some West Indies fans that even though West Indies play their best game, they will still try to bring the team down. All right, so it depends on what you mean on bringing the team down. Sometimes when a game is finished, whether you win or lose, there is always room for improvement. And sometimes when I'm doing recaps on games, just like the fans would say things even when we win. Sometimes when you point out things in it doesn't necessarily mean you're bringing them down or you're hating. It's the same reason that after a game and the captain or the head coach is interviewed, you will hear them say that, listen, we won the game, but there is room for improvement. We need to tighten up here. We need to tighten up there. So if that is the way that you're talking, then, there's always room to have that. But then I know there are some fans that they will literally say, oh, this is not good. This is whatever. This team not good. You're not going to do. If you mean like they are tearing down the team, then that is a problem. But, there's always that little space for improvement. You understand? Bet, what do we need to bet? What are you talking about? Good night, Sports to the Bone. Happy Sunday to you and the family. I have made an early prediction. I don't see West Indies losing any matches with the momentum the team have. At the straight to the final and trophy, says Davis. That would be good. That would definitely be good. Would not play Hetty. He has been a failure, says Yusuf. All right. So far, the World Cup as a whole is amazing, says Anish. All right. Didn't know bowlers would have so much fun in the Caribbean. Leave Charles alone. Maximizing the power play is the way to go. And no one is going to leave Charles alone. Just as how other players' other names will be up for debate and conversation. He's a part of the team. So I have said it before. He's a part of the team. His name will be up for conversation and debate. People not wanting their favorite players' names to be called, if you are not saying they should stay until they are old and gray, I don't work with that, right? If we are looking how to better a team, how to better a team, or how to improve a team, all players' name once they're in the squad is up for debate. They are professional players. They are representing the team. They are representing us. Their name is not above being mentioned. All the games that play in America in the World Cup, it is a lot of small score. Yeah, I see where ICC put out a little statement talking about that they have noticed the pitches and all of that, but you know, they are just putting that out there for put out sake. Sometimes we tend to just focus on batting and bowling, not take for. Sometimes we tend just to focus on batting and bowling and take for granted the feeling. No man, the feeling is absolutely important, man. The feeling is absolutely important. Feeling is absolutely important. Johnson Charles is very lazy with his running. Yeah, he's not a man that's gonna run a lot of quick singles. You understand? What I want to see from him though is him accessing the offside some more. Not necessarily looking to drag everything to the leg side, but trying to access the offside some more. You understand? They are going to try and keep the ball away from your strong area, so you need to try and access it. I think it was in the South Africa series. I think it was that Brandon King. They were trying to bowl a lot of ball on his Midland leg stump because they know that anything on off stump or outside off stump, he would punish them, right? So, and what he had to do, he had to come up with different shots to maximize on the onside. So that is what we want to see from Charles. He's obviously bottom-handed, very strong with his bottom hand. So he's going to be dragging a lot of his shot across his body. So what we need is when they are putting those balls outside the off stump, you understand, he's stepping forward and trying to punch them through the offside or over the infield and the offside, you know, instead of trying to drag everything across. Leave the opening slot alone. Bring Hope where Powell is and leave Rutherford. Okay, so this one is saying bring in Hope for Powell and leave Rutherford in. All right. Pakistan and England might not qualify for the Super 8s. At the rate that it is going now, it's probably going to be tough. When you say England, 1 game washout and they lose 1. Pakistan, they lost to USA and they lost to India today. So it's probably tough. Sports to the Bone, do we have any ODI T20 against England or South Africa this year? I would have to check again. I just know that in July we have that test series against England, right? Yeah. I think England will qualify for the Super 8, says. All right. Good night, team. Looking great so far after New Zealand match. We can see where the team going. Okay, I think he's saying team going. I will rest King and bring in Hope, says Ovid. All right. So Ovid is resting King and bringing in Hope. All right. England is way behind the net run rate. Also, India beat Pakistan by 6 runs. All right. No one leave King and Charles to open. All right. Those points gained against teams who also qualified for Super 8 carried into the Super 8 if you make it. You know, at the beginning of the World Cup, I went through this though, but I don't even remember because they have their point system. All right, those points gained against teams who also qualified Super 8 carried into the Super 8 if you make it. I'm gonna have to probably go back through the point system. Somebody take up that one for me. If somebody have the answer off the top of their head. This is something that I covered before in a Jerry. but I was reading it off the website at the time. What's going to happen is that closer to the Super 8, I will go through it again and probably get a clearer understanding. What I know is that two teams will go through, and whichever team is the first seeded team, whether they go through first or second, they will be the top seed going through. So I think New Zealand and New Zealand is the first seed in our group and we are the second. So if Afghanistan and West Indies go through, West Indies will remain as a second seed. Afghanistan will automatically take New Zealand's first seed slot, and then it will go like that. But your question, I'm gonna have to double check it. Sports Bone, did you know this is the first time in T20 history West Indies win 60 T20 games in a row? You know this is the first time in T20 history West Indies win 60 T20 games in a row. I think this is the first time I am coming up on that. 3 against South Africa, 3 against South Africa, 1 against Australia, and 2 in the World Cup. All right. I remember the one against Australia was I think it was a warm-up. Low scoring is the order. All right. Bless up, Jay. Bless up. Do you think Bravo is the reason Afghanistan is bowling so well? So Bravo is going to be contributing in terms of tactics, in terms of tactics, in terms of how to bowl to certain batsmen, and he's contributing overall. But this Afghanistan unit has been doing well prior to Bravo being a part of it. But going into a major tournament, I'm sure that his calm influence and his know-how is helping. But all those bowlers that you see bowling, they have been performing well for quite some time now. So he's definitely adding, but the credit doesn't go to him alone. Sports to the Bone. Close the door. Yeah, close the door. Sports to the Bone, I really like how Hussein was setting up the batsmen. They really couldn't pick him. They couldn't pick him, man. Couldn't pick him any at all. They couldn't pick him at all, you know. Having games in New York was a money grab by the ICC. They rushed building a stadium in 3 months. The outfield and the pitch haven't been tested, so of course they want to get. Of course they won't get any good scores. Yeah, we know this. It's a money thing, you know. All of this is a money thing. Even the time when they have the games playing, it's a money thing, you know. All right, just a minute, guys. Ah, my gosh. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, my people. All right. I watched Australia take down the defending champs. Looking pretty ominous right now. All the teams need to pay attention to the Australia Giants. Could be difficult to beat. And Carlos, you're on point. You know, the Australians, they are usually very tough when it comes on to the tournaments. Sitting there. When it comes on to tournaments, yeah. All right. Yes, we are playing England in a 3-match ODI and 5 T20 series this year. So Jay, they're confirming some information for us. All right. If we lose against New Zealand, we must beat Afghanistan. Let's hope for the best. Yeah, we have to win at least one of the remaining 2 games. Sports to the One, this World Cup, there is no team that I can see being over dominant against the other. Even the so-called small teams put up a good challenge. Yeah, man, if it's even in one department. I mean, Uganda didn't put up a challenge in the batting last night, but they definitely put up a challenge in the bowling. Russell has a secret weapon, says Steve. All right. Good night. I would like King and Charles. I think he's saying King and Charles is there. All right. Sports Bone. I hope we have some more West Indies A cricket to see young Isaiah Thorne in action. How fast is he? Is he tall? I can pull it up, but yeah, I am definitely hoping that we will get an opportunity to see him. One thing is that CWI, they have been working pretty well to organize tours. You know what I would like. I am happy that they decided to take him on tour to England. All right, I'm going to try and pull up some information on him. Don't know if they're going to give him his height or all. But yeah, man, definitely. All right. No one is talking about the plans the Uganda bowlers used to tie down Charles early. Better teams could use a similar tactic and remove him early. Charles needs to tighten up his technique. Mm-hmm. So Isaiah Thorne, as we know, 19-year-old right arm fast. Not seeing how tall he is. I haven't seen him. He's not overly tall, you know. West Indies will beat every team. Every team come. All right. I heard the commentators talking about it last night. After the game. All right. I definitely would bring in hope for one of the openers. I want a strong team for the next match, says Edwin. All right, Sports to the Bone, Bravo break a song for West Indies team for the T20 World Cup. So that means West Indies team going to win this World Cup. Oh, okay. You all remember what happened the last time they had a song singing about licks? Yeah, I remember. I hear you still, Jason. I hear you. That song what Bravo did was real bad. Sports Bone, do you think we'll beat Afghanistan and New Zealand? But I think we have it in us. We definitely have it in us. You understand? It's a case where both teams, especially New Zealand, they will be looking for a win. You understand? Afghanistan, we just have to play the spin well and make sure that we score some runs. New Zealand. Any New Zealand can turn up on the day. But we have shown that we can beat any team. We beat Australia, South Africa, England. We have shown that we can beat any team in T20 right now. You understand? The World Cup is wide open. Any team can win. The big teams for us more than the big teams fear us more than how we fear them. All right. Could Isaiah Thorne bowl 190 or over? Bowl 90 or over. When I saw him, I don't remember if there was even a speed gun, but I think he's operating I think he's touching 140, man. I think he's probably touching 140. I know he comfortably bowls 138, 139. I think he's operating. I don't want to give out any wrong information. You understand? The thing that I saw that he was playing in, I don't remember if they had a speed gun there. But coming from under 19 coming up, I'm almost sure that I've heard it before that he operates well over 130, over 135. Playing 11 for New Zealand game. King, Charles, Poor and Chase, Powell, Rutherford, Russell, Shepherd, Joseph, Moti, and Hussein. All right. West Indies has too many bowlers in the playing 11. Russell and Joseph with 3 spinners make 20 overs. Russell, Rutherford, and Powell are great finishers. So I think they should rest Shepherd for hope. But Shepherd is our death bowler, you know, especially when we get into a pickle. I hear you still. Will Shamar Joseph get a game in the World Cup? I don't know if he will get a game. If he's getting a game, obviously we would want him to perform, right? But if he's coming in, they are probably gonna leave out Alzar with Joseph, and Joseph is doing his thing right now. So it's not only about getting a game in the World Cup. Right, getting a game in the World Cup you would be coming in to replace somebody that is probably not doing too well. But or if you think you're comfortably qualified and you want to give a man a go, if you think you're comfortably qualified and you want to give a man a go, then I could understand that. Sports Bone, I thought batting first. Uganda gave our batters more game time on that Guyana wicket. I'm just happy they batted first, so it could help our thing, run rate. I think Sammy will say, let's just get the job done against New Zealand and qualify for the knockout stages. All right. Powell and Rutherford can be the 6th and 7th bowlers if needed. Those guys haven't bowled in a long time, so that is the problem. They haven't bowled in a long time, so it's probably gonna be tough going into the World Cup and just starting to bowl like that. You understand? We are the same ones that probably gonna say, how is it that a man they haven't bowled in CPL or in regular West Indies game, and then we give them a chance to bowl in the World Cup like that. Anything Sammy does is okay with me. All right. Remember to like up the live, my people. How many likes we have so far? We have 230 people participating. Like up the live. Sports of the Bone. I show Afghanistan gonna give West Indies a spin test exam. It's gonna be a spin attack. Hope we pass the test. It's not gonna be a spin attack, because they have a couple of good seamers too, Yeah, man, they have a couple of good seamers, but we're probably going to get at least 12 overs of spin, even more. Maybe 16. We'll probably even get, I don't know if we're going to get 16 overs of spin, but going to be a heavy diet of spin. Sports Bone, I love the mentality that Sammy is putting into the team. A couple of years ago, the West Indies side would have never said that we face every team like they are an Australia or India. Sammy is working. All right. Joseph is vice captain, so it is difficult to leave him down, and you can't leave Russell. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. That is why if Shea Hope is gonna come in, you have to probably bring him in for a batsman, because Shepherd is in the team as a bowler. Shepherd is bowling 4 overs. Sports Bone, the New Zealand match is a must-win. If we beat New Zealand, we will qualify for the Super 8 regardless of the result in Afghanistan match. However, if we lose, we have to beat Afghanistan and hope for other result. Yeah, we need to win this game coming up. Win probability. Say West Indies 59 and New Zealand 41. Let us see how it will go. Let's see how it will work out. T20 is all about all-rounders, and Windies possesses the best ones. I mean, all about good all-rounders. Probably not just, I wouldn't even say all about all-rounders, because we were doing that for quite some time and we weren't winning any games. You would realize that we have, since we have been winning under Sammy and Ravman Powell, we have 2 solid openers, guys that are openers. We have a number 3 that is a batsman, number 4 that is a batsman, right? Let's go again. So we have seen Brandon King and Johnson Charles / Kyle Mayers every now and again. Brandon King and Johnson Charles, and then we would have Nicholas Pooran at 3. Number 4 we would have Raston Chase / Shea Hope in the past. 5 we have Ravman Powell playing as a specialist. And then 6 we have the finisher, whether it would be Rutherford, Hetmeyer, or when we had, who did we have batting there? Was it earlier? Was it Shepherd? So we usually go with a lot of all-rounders in the past, and it wasn't working. So a little switch. They make a little switch. I understand what you mean, though. Wanting to have guys in T20 that are able to do everything, but they need to be able to do everything well. That is how we need to put it. They need to be able to do it well. Good night. Who will you drop for Shea Hope? So that is the thing. Going in, I don't know if against New Zealand. As I said, I don't necessarily just hunting to get him in the team. I was thinking that I think Afghanistan is the final game. If we win against New Zealand, then we probably don't need to go over the moon to try and get him in. But against Afghanistan, we probably need to get him in for somebody. But we probably keep it going still. We probably keep it going. You understand? Depends on the track. So this is it now. It depends on the track also. Because where are we playing New Zealand? Are we playing New Zealand in Trinidad? Where are we playing New Zealand again? It depends on the pitch. So that is how you would know who you could leave out to bring in Shea Hope. New Zealand team is going to have a tough task ahead of them to beat West Indies because most of New Zealand players have not played for months. I believe that we will beat New Zealand and Afghanistan, Puran to kick into full gear. All right. Job Charles for Hope. But Johnson Charles just performed last night. He was our top scorer. I am keeping Chase over Hope all day, every day. All right, don't agree with the all-rounders comment. Specialist players are key. Yeah, we have been doing this all-rounder thing for a while. And every time the all-rounder statement come up, I always say that if you are the genuine all-rounder in the team, I keep you. But if not, you have to be, if I'm going to have so many of them, you have to be able to make the team as a bowler or as a batsman. You're that good enough. But then we call you a quote-unquote all-rounder. You understand? So that is where I'm at where that is concerned. Where's the next match? Trinidad. So the next match is in... How can I not remember that? I saw the West Indies people posting that welcome to Trinidad there. So the next game is in Trinidad. So let us see. Vincent, yeah, Trinidad. We keep asking to drop Charles, but do we really want Hope batting in a power play? It's not his natural game. Yeah, it's not his natural game, but he will adapt and he will play. But what I'm saying, after his performance last night, I don't see the need to drop Johnson Charles. The thing is, we all can see, once we are not watching and being fanboys and being afraid to critique, we all can see how he batted last night and the fact that he got some runs, but he was a bit shaky. We all saw that. But the fact of the matter is he got some runs, so you probably want to keep him going. You probably want to keep that momentum going. As much as how we saw that, he was struggling and he got beaten quite a few times. He ended up getting runs, top scored for us. I don't know if we need to take him out, rotate him out. If West Indies bat first, they will score big on that Trinidad pitch. All right. West Indies big hitters will fall. Powell, Russell need batters. Okay. New Zealand would come harder at West Indies, but big guys are ready. Don't worry. Puran needs to rotate the strike sometimes. Yeah, Puran. And the thing is, Puran has the ability, he has the ability to pick gap and rotate. But the way how he's playing now is just going hard at it. You understand? Mostly. Pretty sure they relayed that pitch in Trinidad. We don't know how it will play. Or they relayed, I'm pretty sure they relayed that pitch in Trinidad. We don't know how it will play. All right, let us see, Vincent. Sports the Bone. This could be the last year for Charles in cricket. About 34 or 35. Mayers will get back his spot. Even Roach will be replaced soon by Isaiah Thorne. So it's not whether or not Mayers will get back his spot, it's whether or not he will earn back that spot. It's T20 cricket. We constantly have guys coming through that will be playing and looking for it. So it's not a matter of him getting back that spot. And I personally want to see Isaiah Thorne rolling over into that role so we can have Isaiah Thorne, the two Joseph, Seals, Roach / another all-round, not Roach, Holder / another all-rounder. But Isaiah Thorne will have to continue developing like he's developing, continue improving. There's no, obviously, he's the one that we're looking at right now to get in for Roach. But if we have guys coming through and performing well in a 4-day season in Super 50, they will get a look in also. It doesn't mean that because Roach is gone, Thorne slots in and is comfortable there. Same thing for Kyle Mayers. They have to work for it and keep. They have done some good work. So if they get the slot, they need to perform. Play the same team. The wicket in Trinidad will favor Charles. All right. I say continue to play Charles because if A player made 100 off 100 balls. I think a player did well on that guy on a tricky wicket. Close the door. The thing are coming. Close the door. Glasgow. I don't think Hope should play T20 cricket. His strike rate is combined of T20 125. He will less than 100. All right. Sports Bone, what is going on with Kimo Paul and Odin Smith? There are two good players for the ODI and T20 team. That is a good question, but I have no idea, my friend. West Indies will make it to the Super 8, but they will need to work on the best combination for this for that stage, and beyond it is now to work on the best 11. All right. Do you think Hetmeyer will play in Trinidad and Tobago? Probably they will give him a look for Rutherford. Rutherford has 2 games under his belt so far. We haven't gotten anything from him, so maybe. Then again, the team won, so probably we don't know what he was told to go out there and do. So, let us see. Personally, should bat first against New Zealand. All right. We got our last league match against Windies, and I'll be good friendly game. Both will go through, but need trashing New Zealand. All right. Charles out, Hope in, says Williams. He is going to struggle against Afghanistan. I think most of our players will. I think Charles will score big and Puran and Hussein playing in front of their home crowd, and they will tee off. All right. Even when King fails, Charles get the blame. That is true, I don't think Hope is far for the T20. The thing is now, Hope has the ability. Have we not seen Shea Hope in T20s? He's not overly bad. He's not extremely bad at it. So we have seen other teams adapting, having guys like Shea Hope adapting that sort of role, My big concern is that bars we have 53 last night. Yeah, we definitely need to do better with the dot bars. Please pick your potential winners. I think at the beginning of the tournament, I don't like to change my pick halfway through the tournament. But at the beginning, I think I had India, West Indies, England, and no, I think I had said that England have a good team, but they probably were going to struggle. I think that's what I said. I think I had West Indies, India, South Africa, and Australia, and then I said that Afghanistan would be a dark horse. So I'm going to stick with my same thing, even though a couple of my picks not going too well. I'm going to stick with the same. So how Gerbaz a foreigner a foreigner who's younger than Charles played better on the Providence pitch, needs to pull up his socks. The thing is, there are different players. I was explaining earlier how Charles bat, but the last time I explained how the issue with Charles batting and how what he can do to be more effective, his fanboys just came at me and said that I don't like him. But anybody watching the game can understand, will probably agree with what I'm saying. Charles' issue is that bottom hand. Most T20 player, they are going to be bottom hand dominant, but when you have a guy that is comfortable playing the ball on its merit all over the field, then they are more likely to be they are more likely to perform better on a pitch that is rough, right? Because when a ball is pitched in a particular area and you're going to try to drag that ball across, it must work. So there's a lot to it. 53 dot balls in Charles of 24 dot balls. All right. Who will lift the trophy? I am hoping we will. Sports to the bone. I hope Paul regain his CPL last year, and Odin Smith is a special young talent. All he needs to play overseas like young Seals to improve his all-round skills. What he needs to do is get as fit as Jaden Seals, and then teams will look at him to give him a contract to play. How are you going to play overseas if you cannot bowl 10 10, 15 overs in a day. Right? That man was on Sportsmax talking about not overly being comfortable bowling a certain amount of overs in a day. At 25, 26, how can, as a professional pace bowler, how can you be talking about you can bowl 20 overs for the day and you're not sick? People see those things. I mean, as West Indians, we will easily say those stuff that they should go overseas to improve. But who's gonna take them on? Apart from the T20s and the T10 leagues that will be looking to get them to power hit and to run and jump in the field and to bowl, who's gonna seriously take those guys on to come and bowl 15, 16, 17 overs in a red ball game? Nobody not going to do that. They're not doing it in their own league in the Caribbean. So it's so harsh. But I said, go on, nobody now do that. Australia and the West Indies in the finals. All right. Shea Hope is the different class, and he can adapt whatever he wants. And Hope is better than Chase. I think so. Okay. Can you explain the Super 8 seem like ICC had to determine in groups, especially with the upsets in the group? Yeah, I think I gave it my best shot just now. So for the Super 8, let me see if I can pick it up back. Yeah, I was talking about it earlier. Hold on. Yeah, I trying to get it up, but for the Super 8 going in, hold on. I'm going to try and see if I can go through it before we come off. If I am playing Hetty, it will be for Andre Russell. Huh? So Hetmaya going bowl in the power play also. So Hetmaya going bowl in the power play, and in the death overs, if we need another 2 overs, Hetmaya going bowl those overs, right? Explain how you would work that out, Sherwin. Explain. Explain how you would work that out, because maybe it's because Russell is from Jamaica. My antennas went up just now. Maybe it's because he's from Jamaica. My antennas went up and don't want him to get out of the team. Explain how you're going to work that for me. Explain the man that bowls in the power play, and he's also on farm finishing. Explain. England struggling to get through to the next round. That rain with England versus Scotland got them worried now. Don't you think West Indies could have bargained much better in terms of having big matches like India versus Pakistan or Australia versus England? What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm not sure if I understand what you mean. What do you mean getting those guys in our group? Explain. I don't understand. Explain what you mean. I said Charles is before King. All right. Sports of the Bone. Our wild card for this World Cup is Raston Chase. Thank God he didn't have to bat our bowl last night. Let us see. I mean, he started off well in the first game. Our batters need to focus on rotating the strike and don't only depend on 6 and 4. True. Again, that ain't happening. Russell playing every game. He's out of the game. All right. Have Andre Russell done on 2 games? I can't remember. What have Andre Russell done in the 2 games? I can't remember. As I said, I'll let someone else answer because he's from Jamaica, so probably I'm going to make up things for him. So just read the comments. They will tell you. Sharon said, come on again, replacing Russell for the. It's be a joke. How you replace guy with the highest strike rate? Someone else will tell you. Andre Russell literally scored a quick fire 30 is the man of the I will leave it. Russell, Charles, and Fletcher will not be high on the West Indies after the World Cup. These players will give way to the youngsters. We're still in the build for the future. Why? But yeah, I think this is probably you know, these guys will probably be over the hill pretty soon. I mean, a couple of them will still be playing franchise cricket, still be playing here and there. So the youngsters need to step up and take over. Sharon Hyman, higher than the plane. This guy. And the top 3 teams in each group make up the Super 8. All right. Hold on there. Soon pull it up. Top 2 teams in each group make up the Super 8. Yeah. So yeah, man. But I'm trying to remember how they're going. Who will play who? That's the thing. I think the first seed team will play the second seed team from the other group. No Rutherford will bowl. So rather okay. So you're going to drop Russell, bowl Sheffield Rutherford, who his CPL team did make use of him bowling, didn't bowl any at all in the IPL, and then in a World Cup game you're going to drop a man that is bowling in the power play and bowl a man that hasn't bowled in the power play, who hasn't bowled at all in the power play. Boy, I love my Caribbean people. Sports to the bone, the first test against England, the bowling attack, Gunnar, Seals, Roach, Sinclair, Holder. I don't think Moti will. England, the bowling attack, Gunnar, Seals, Roach, Sinclair, Holder. I don't think Moti will get a game unless we win the first test. I probably see the 2 Josephs playing. The 2 Josephs playing. Seals, Holder, and Kevin Sinclair is a frontline spinner now, in my opinion, in the test. Sherwin, do you really know cricket? Sometimes I wonder. Sherwin is always on here now, so I don't know. From this World Cup star, I don't know what's going on with Sherwin. We don't need Russell bowling. All right, my boss. All right. We'll just let Rutherford bowl. Let Rutherford bowl and let Hetmeyer play. Yeah, we'll do that. So we can get both Hetmeyer and Rutherford in the team then. Yeah, I understand. I see what's happening now. I definitely see what's happening now. I see what's happening now, my friend. I see what's happening. So instead of rotating the number 6 finisher Rutherford for Hetmeyer, that's not going to bowl. They're going to leave Rutherford, bring in Hetmeyer, let Rutherford bowl, and leave out Russell, who has been crucial for us, so that those 2 will play. I think I see what's happening now. Say no more, my friend. Say no more. Jerus and Hetty have nothing in common. 2 different extreme. Russ can win you tournaments and Hetty win you some matches. I think I understand what's happening now. I remember when he said Ambridge should start. Hey, Gabriel, don't worry with me tonight. Gabriel, please don't worry with it. Don't worry with it tonight. Please don't worry. Try to watch cricket. Real, because you made. Let me leave him. I think I understand what's happening now. I think I understand what's happening now. Sports in the bone, I think Sharon definitely don't understand the game at all. Always comes with some wayward reason. I think he probably understand, but sometimes we will reason a particular way to get a particular outcome, even though the reason I really make any sense. I think I understand why he's reasoning that way. I mean, getting big matches scheduled in countries like Guyana. I mean, ICC did that. ICC did that. You understand? I don't know how much we could have negotiated that. Plus, how I have no problem how they did this. You know, when you look at our group, I have no problem as it relates to the teams that we are playing at certain grounds. You understand? I guess it would draw more crowd to have certain big teams there, but I have no problem with how they did it. You know, playing the spinners, and I have no problem with how it's going. I heard not out. and batted, not outscore, total 50 runs, took 2 to 3 wickets. Replaced Russell for Haiti. As I said, I think I understand what's going on. Sharon being her phone, computer, tablet. Patriots looking. Patriots looking, Mike. You don't see the video that I did this morning. Patriots, they went and they got Patriots went and got a couple of players, man. You understand? They got Tristan Stubbs, I think. They got 5. They have 5 players that I can tell you those are 5 quality players. So Patriots, they are probably, I don't know. I think they have 4 slots remaining. I don't know who will be the 4 players that they're going to bring in. But just look back at the video that I did this morning, man. They're bringing a couple of good players. It have to face 15 to 20 ball. It hasn't faced 15 to 20 balls in a month or even over a year. And Mr. Casanova, we have been talking about this and this thing about Hitman and the IPL and the amount of balls. You know what? Is cooking. I don't know. I don't know, Williams. I don't know what's going on. When CPL starting this year. So CPL starts. I said this in a video this morning, but because I am doing so many things, I can't even keep track of what I'm saying. So CPL will go from the 29th of August to the 6th of October this year. Russell is not going anywhere in this World Cup. If you think I am from Guyana, not so. All right, so you're not from Guyana. That even make the reasoning harder to understand. But I'm going to work with you. I'm going to work with you, my friend. I'm going to work with you. Watch out, we gone over. You know, my people. I'm going to read a couple more comments and then we're going to fly off. Hold on, let me make a plug in or something like that. Well, if you're not from Guyana, Sherwin, and I still that even make me hard if you understand the reasoning. But I hear you. If I was Indian, I would lose against USA for a spite. Gone can't take this. Or you want to hit my play rather forward out simple. All right. I mean, you know, I would more replace Rutherford for hope, hitting not in my team only as a substitute fielder. Rossi is much needed in our team. Rossi is averaging 0 runs in the team. Russell is averaging 0 runs in the T20. Yeah, that is true, Sherwin. I am willing to work with you. That is true. I agree. Let's repick the whole team and just let Guyana players play. Well, he said that he is not from Guyana. I agree with what he's saying. Why Jamaica Talawa's team ain't come out yet, sports to the bone. Remember, we don't have a franchise, What they had said was hopefully next year or the following year, they will have a franchise. A franchise will return to Jamaica. So the man that owned the franchise, he was saying that, you know, they weren't getting a lot of support from the government. I mean, it's privately owned, so the private people, they're expected to pump most of the funds in it. But my understanding is that they want funding from the sports ministry to help, do their thing. The Jamaica government saying that they gave them, but the the Talawa's owner said that is not the case. So, it was a whole bag of things. So it was money problem. So Jamaica team won't come up because we don't have a franchise anymore. The Antigua team, Antigua is the new team there. Antigua, what are they called again? I think I did a video a few months ago. I think they are now called the Antigua Pelicans, or it's not, or Falcons. I don't remember, but Antigua is where the new franchise is. Pakistan and England or New Zealand getting group is the best. Pakistan and England or New Zealand getting group is the best. Jamaica have not having a team in CPL. Yeah, we out. If West Indies was to get bowl out for 38 runs in their upcoming games, just send for Sunil Narayan, and that was hell of a batting on Uganda. If West Indies was to get bowl out for 38 runs in their upcoming games, just send for Sunil Narayan. That was one hell of a. Oh my God, I love my Caribbean people. I tell you, I love you guys. What you say? I have to get Sunil Narayan name in there somehow, eh? I hear you. Kindly pick 2 finalists as a neutral analyst of cricket. I am not neutral at all, you know. I am not neutral at all. I have a bone. I have a dog in the fight. I am West Indian, so I am not neutral because I am supporting West Indies. But you know, I am backing West Indies to go all the way. So I am thinking West Indies and probably India will make it to the finals. West Indies and India will make it to the finals, in my opinion. Right? West Indies and India. If you want me to go select 2 teams without, if you want me to select 2 teams without my team, then I would say probably West Indies and Australia. But I am backing my team right now. I am backing my team. There are a lot of things that we need to improve on, but there are a lot of things that other teams need to improve on to win. So I'm not saying that we are there, and we are definitely there, but I am backing my team. So I have West Indies and India going. And then I have, if you want me to give you neutral, as I said, without selecting West Indies, I'm probably going to go India and Australia. You know, I like South Africa. But I just believe they are going to do something. They're not going to go all the way. These guys underestimate Dreros. He is a giant of all runners. He'll be standing alone there for the World Cup. All right. Sports in the board. My bowling attack against England for the first test. Jaden Seals, Alzari Joseph, Shamar Joseph, Sinclair, no holder. All right, so you're going Jaden Seals, Alzari Joseph, Shamar Joseph. So that is three seamers and a spinner. You can't play you can't play 4 bowlers in Test cricket. You can't play 4 bowlers, man. Who's going to be the next bowler? Remember, Justin Greaves is not there now. So if you're not playing bowler, who's going to be the next bowler? Because, say for example, you have Alzar. Say for example, you have the 2 Josephs working, right? You have the 2 Josephs working. What you're going to have Seals and Sinclair working together. What if you're not ready to bowl a spinner? Who's going to be the? But you probably need another seamer, man, and they will. And they still won't win CPL. All right. We should be proud to have Dreros playing this World Cup. Yeah. Russell can't be left out. He is great with both bat and ball. Hetmeyer can only come in for Rutherford. Hope is the difficult one to bring in, while Charles and King are performing. Chase is an ace. All right. Hetty in the warm-up game was struggling with which shows he's not fit for international cricket. Come on, people, like up the live. How many likes we have? We have over 260 people just now, 244 people. I'm gearing up to jump out, you know, and I have to like up the live, man. All right, my people, I am going to be creating a page where I'm going to be posting a lot of shorts talking about cricket. I'm going to be doing a TikTok page, so you all can check it. I'm gonna share it on here so you all can check it out. I'm gonna upload small clippings talking about cricket and stuff like that. So you can go. I'm gonna be giving you some information in the next video or the next live show on the details of that. So you can go over there and follow the channel. For those who on here that, you know, if you are into that sort of stuff. All right. But we are going to close it off for tonight, my people. I know there are still a few comments that I didn't get a chance to read. But I did my best to go through as many as I could. So we're going to leave it right here for now. Thank you all for the support. Thank you all for subscribing. If you are just passing through and you buck up on this channel and you have not yet subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. This is a platform that, if you are new, that your comments will always be looked at in the comment section. Once it is respectful, your opinions will be looked at, and we will even engage in a nice little debate once there is time. But yeah, we're gonna leave it right here for now. Enjoy the rest of the Sunday, my people. Stay safe, stay blessed, and I will see you all soon. Big up on yourself, everybody. Thank you all for the support. Blessings.